Hello class, this is Susan Morris, and as I reflect on the learnings from this session on engaging an audience through social media, I discovered that there are certainly risks involved in trying to engage and connect with a wider audience through social technologies. And it's quite clear that understanding how these networks actually work and being a good consumer of the information they provide is an essential skill to acquire. As I look at the size and quality of my current audience, I've realized two very important areas of focus that are applicable to me that I would like to actually share in this lesson. First is the way in which I currently leverage these technologies to communicate and manage knowledge falls short of the goal of applying information in ways that influence and persuade. The second focus will be to build an open network to access new ideas. To address the first area, I seek to develop an understanding of actionable knowledge, described in Nonika's Spiral of Knowledge work. He advises making personal knowledge available to others as the central activity of knowledge creation. This activity takes place continuously and at all levels. More importantly, in my learnings, articulation, converting tacit knowledge, what's in our heads, into explicit knowledge, which is objective, transferable, is a critical step in this process that needs my attention. Redundancy becomes important as it encourages frequent dialogue and communication. This helps create a common cognitive ground to enhance the transfer of knowledge. This will require active involvement of the self, that is, my personal commitment. In becoming personally committed to knowledge management, I am hopeful for the result that Michael Welch describes in his TED Talk, From Knowledgeable to Knowledge Able. This truly provided me with the inspiration to develop the practice of knowledgeability by asking real-world crisis questions and then harnessing and leveraging relevant tools to provide solutions. I agree with Welch's aha moment in realizing that this is technologically easy to connect, organize, share, collect, collaborate, and publish, but it's difficult to do. Gaining the realization that social media is not just a tool for a means of communication, but also to mediate relationships. As I actively engage in co-creating new perspectives through mentoring relationships, I've been able to share knowledge by teaching leadership principles through mastermind programs and coaching programs. This has been an environment where the value of any one person's contribution is determined less by the position in the organization's hierarchy and more to the importance of the information one can provide to the entire knowledge-creating system. New knowledge always begins with the individual, and each person has value in their contribution. The second area of focus is to be in an open network instead of a closed network, to be exposed to more ideas, to take advantage of the opportunities offered from an open network. Michael Simmons writes in his blog about the #1 predictor of career success according to network science, and that simply being in an open network instead of a closed one is the best predictor of career success. The further you go down towards an open network, the more exposure to new ideas. In contrast to a closed network where you hear the same ideas, it only reaffirms what you already believe. Is anybody listening? Author and speaker Brian Tracy wrote, "You are a living magnet, attracting to your life the people and situations in harmony with your dominant thoughts." Or, as we have all probably heard, birds of a feather flock together. At this time, my audience has been limited by a closed network. Those that are listening seem to show interest and engagement as evidenced by the comments applicable to real life. I feel influencing and motivating change in behavior can result by asking good questions that lead people on a quest, and my sphere of influence includes those that are in a journey of transformation or in a state of transition. Improving and continuing a growing trend can be achieved as I open my network. Michael Simmons documents the opportunities of this open network affording 4 specific benefits. First, open networks develop a more accurate view of the world through the ability to pull information from diverse clusters. Secondly, the ability of the timing of the information shared. I may not be the first person to hear, but I can actually be the first person to introduce the information to a new cluster of folks. The ability to serve as a translator and connector between groups is the third benefit, and you're just connecting people who normally wouldn't even run into each other. The fourth benefit, creating more network breakthrough ideas by creating atypical combinations, which is pulling research from other fields of study. In this open network, there's power in partnership. Mother Teresa once said, "I cannot do what you can do. You cannot do what I do. Together, we can do great things." To seek out like-valued people that think different thoughts will form synergistic relationships. John Maxwell, in his book Intentional Living, uses an African proverb to describe what like-minded significance partners do. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. In concluding this lesson, there are 2 areas to focus. 1, to develop the process of knowledgeability, and 2, operating in an open network. These areas will prepare and allow we, as leaders, to influence and motivate a change in behavior through the use of social media. Last, but certainly not least, I want to encourage the journey of transformation to be Christ-centered, as found in the Scriptures. Psalm 89, 15 through 16, Psalm chapter 16, verse 8, and 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 2. These scriptures are the basis for Jesus Calling Devotion for September 24th by Sarah Young. I would like to share this in closing this lesson. This is Sarah speaking as she experiences the presence of God. Live first and foremost in my presence. Gradually, you will become more aware of me than other people and places around you. This awareness will not detract from your relationships with others. Instead, it will increase your ability to give love and encouragement to them. My peace will permeate your words and demeanor. You will be active in the world, yet one step removed from it. You will not be easily shaken, because my enveloping presence buffers the blow of problems. This is the path I have set before you. As you follow it wholeheartedly, you will experience abundant life and peace. Be blessed. Life's a journey. May yours be transforming.